everybody, welcome to today's video. Today we are taking it back to a stamping journal that I set up a really long time ago, and I actually use this to practice different techniques and practice different stenciling, and so I haven't really touched this in a really long time, so I wanted to go back and kind of pick up again where I left off and playing it some more. So this junk journal is from Yellow Paper House, and they still have them available. It's super fun. It's just a bunch of different papers put together in a journal. And I've been using it for stamping. I've been using it for practicing my stamping, which I do in my journal, in my bullet journal, but I thought I would just show you how I practice and what I work on. So for today's layout, I'm going to be using this stamp set from the Sassy Club. I'm going to be using the photograph, and I thought it would be fun to use the different elements from this stamp set as well. And then what I really like about it is that it kind of ties into my May bullet journal theme with the camera, and then some fun elements that we're gonna get going here. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will share how I'm creating my layout. So I just want to mention quickly the stamp set that has the Good Vibes Only on it, that is from Studio Calico. So I'm starting off this project by using white sticker paper, and it's just a full sheet of sticker paper, and I'm stamping my Polaroids onto this sheet. In the long run, it's just easier to glue it down, and it's something I had on hand, so I used it. Now you can see where my paper has the light stripes. That's actually from the glue that I used. It's not archival glue, which is why you see it fade like that. I think I probably glued that 2 years ago, so just as a heads up as to why you'd use archival glue versus not. So this stencil is by Diane Reevy, I believe, and lots of fun just with the circle elements. The paper itself is actually a square grid, a big square grid, and so I thought having the circles play off of that square grid would be fun. Now I'm showing you different things you can do. You can cut out the middle portion of the Polaroid and stick something behind it, or as you'll see in my image, I ended up just leaving it blank. And then for the rest of the Polaroids, I end up masking off the outside like you see me do now, and going in with my distress inks, adding a background layer and a texture layer. This is a stencil from the Stampers Anonymous Tim Holtz collection, and then I go in and I stamp over top of it. Now you can use a stencil to create that texture or the illusion of texture. You can also use a stamp as well, which you'll see me do later on in the video, and then of course stamping the words on and removing the sticky notes makes it look like, or keeps all the color in the area where you want it. To finish it off, I stamped documented onto the Polaroid as though it's like a label or writing, and just super fun. You'll see that I have Distress Oxide inks and the Distress inks, and the reason is they have slightly different formulas. So watching the two inks interact with each other is actually super fun. It creates a really fun effect, and it also kind of gives it a watermark background effect, but in a similar color. I don't know, I just really like how it looks, so I did a lot of it. And here I'm just using a stamp with black ink to create a fun background. Here I am using the darker Mode Lawn Distress ink on top of the Citron ink oxide, just to kind of give it a fun background. And I'm going in and stamping some a sentence down and kind of letter building. So whereas the yellow documented, I used a stamp that had a lot of lettering, for this one I just created my own. and that's also definitely something you can do. I decided this box needed a little bit more personality, so I went in and I added another stamp, and this one plays lines off of dots. And just to go in and add a little bit more detail, I just used a micron and added some dots and lines to the pictures as well. For my background, I thought that the stenciled circles were standing out a little bit too much, and I just wanted to kind of balance it out more. So I grabbed my bubble circle stencil again. I picked a darker distress ink color and just went in and added over top of it, and I really liked the effect that it gave. And this is me going in and building the piece. And like I said, I used sticker paper, so it was just super easy to pull off. You'll also see me go in and add my borders as usual. It just finishes it off and I like it. And for added fun, because the circle, the actual details of the circle stencil kind of disappeared when I added the little circles, I decided to go in with a micron and just kind of draw in some of that detail that was lost, which you'll see me do now. And it actually created something really fun and just interesting. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. The full blog tutorial is posted over on the blog, and you can go check that out. Thank you so much for watching today.